Well, drama at the state capitol and more calls to reform our shipping laws may be felt in our wallets. Those are just some of the stories Civil Beat is following this morning. And joining us over Skype is CivilBeat.com assistant editor Sarah Lynn. Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning, Jill. How are you?
I'm great, thanks. Well, I understand Hawaii Representative Calvin Say doesn't have the support he needs to remain as Speaker of the House, but he's not leaving without a fight, right?
That's absolutely right. So one of the things that has been going on right now is new leadership, and new leadership means changing of offices. But Calvin Say seems to be flexing what little power he has left by saying, you can't move anything unless I say so. He's waiting until today's Democratic caucus meeting just to be sure that Rep. Joe Souki has the votes he needs to dethrone him. But Joe Souki is saying that holding up the moving of offices is causing so much havoc that in the end he may have to extend the session by as much as 2 weeks. And that could end up costing taxpayers real money.
Oh, okay. That's where the bottom line lies. Why can't we all just get along, right?
It seems so, yeah.
Okay, well, now I know that there's something, the Jones Act, which is very important to Hawaii, and there's been calls to reform it, and those are getting louder now. But it's going to impact Hawaii big time, what they do with this.
Right. The Jones Act is a 100-year-old act that says any ship that's moving from a U.S. port to another U.S. port, so say California to Honolulu, needs to be, the ship needs to be U.S. built, it needs to be manned by an American crew, and it needs to fly an American flag. And critics say it's a form of protectionism that drives up costs for consumers and reduces competition. And for Hawaii, it means costs of products are as much as 30% higher. Just last week, Bloomberg News was saying that the Jones Act needs to go. Now, Lloyd's List, one of the oldest maritime publications in the world, says the same thing, that Puerto Rico, Hawaii, and Alaska should be exempted from the Jones Act. Of interest is that the Government Accountability Office in the Washington, D.C. is coming out with a report next week looking at the effect of the Jones Act in Puerto Rico. So that's something that we're definitely going to be looking at.
Oh, I bet. And then another story you have, $3.5 million, not a whole lot to ask for, right?
Right.
Except when you're asking about the prison.
Yeah, it's not really a sympathetic topic. $3.5 million is what the Department of Public Safety is asking the legislature to look at a prison development plan and to come up with a comprehensive way to figure out where we need new prisons and what we can do with our old ones. The department says they really need this, that facilities are old, they're overcrowded, and they should have been replaced yesterday or many years ago. And this is all part of the plan to reopen old prisons, to increase efficiencies in existing prisons, and bring our mainland prisoners home. There are 1,600 of them in Arizona. But looking at how lawmakers responded to this request yesterday at a budget briefing, it was kind of clear that it might be something of a fight.
I could imagine. $3.5 million, that is quite a bit. All right, Sarah, thanks a lot.
Thanks. Good to be with you today.
And you can find the complete stories that we've just discussed on CivilBeat.com. It's now 6:40. We'll be right back.